All right. It is today is 17th of July 2021. Now I feel it is a 9:10 in Atlanta and 6:40 in India. So today is the second session, and our topic of discussion is life of struggle to liberation. This is more like recapitulation of our understanding, just to remind ourselves that so welcome, Supriya. And this is to pranam. This is to remind ourselves of what is the difference our life will have difference in life will happen when we walk our spiritual path. And just to understand this, it is worth to compare the life we had, most of us. I'm not saying everybody, but most of us, we are leading a life before come to know about the spirituality. The life full of struggle, full of miseries, a lot of negative things happening. So many things we got surprised. So many things was frustrated and things like that. And this flow is endless, like one after another is coming. You come out from something, suppose you are busy with some kind of some financial issues, and suddenly some near and dear one undergone some kind of medical issues, and you got busy with that. When you come out with almost under manageable condition, then some of your children may have issues and all these kind of things. So it looks like it's an endless flow of the challenges and things, and anything which is not as per our wish. Welcome, Kundan. Welcome, Uma. So it is whatever is not the fundamental reason for we are not being happy, we are not enjoying our life, we are facing too many obstacles and challenges. If you go to the root cause of everything, root cause is very simple. Root cause is we expected something that didn't happen. As simple as that. That expectation may be in the financial area or any relationship area or any our health area. These three areas, that's our karma works. And whenever something happens which is not as per our plan, as per our wish, as per our desire, then the negativity arises, negative emotions arises out of us. We got disappointed, then we got angry, and it happens for long, we get frustrated and things like that. So when repeatedly these things happens, our life become a garbage bin. Okay, if you see how we lived our life, in between few short moments of happiness, okay, and rest of it are happiness or sometimes illusion of happiness. Like we have to post in the social media how happy we are. Those are happy moments, okay. But truly, our experiences are not that happy, and that doesn't last long. Even how many likes we didn't get make us unhappy. Okay. Our happy moments make us unhappy because we didn't have expected minimum 100 likes. We got 37, we got unhappy. Okay, so this is our lifestyle. Okay. So now we need to analyze this. It's just cannot go ahead like that. Everyone, irrespective of somebody believes in God, not believes in God, spirituality or not believing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't depending on spirituality. This answer that who am I? What I'm doing here? Is this life is all about? That question, I'm sure all of you have asked, or even if you have not asked, you felt sometimes. For sure, what is this all about? In fact, some people use very strong words. I'm not going into that. So, what this all about? Is this life? You know, some there was some joke that before that I was thinking that life was beauty, but when I realized later on life is full of duty. Okay, so it is not all rosy things. It's full of duties and commitments and things. So you have to rules and regulations you have to follow, and that's what life becomes. But anyway, overall experience is life of struggle. We are struggling, even if it is maybe somebody struggling for just survival. And once the survival is met, then some other challenges comes and all those things. And then what we really, in my understanding, I put it that into the words. I will read it from whatever I posted into that while today's session I describing that most of us experience life as endless flow of struggles and miseries. When we focus our attention, okay, so that is a different part, but then what is how it was? It was full of fears, desires, tensions, insecurities, and complexities that continuously haunt us in our daily life. And that is exactly how most of us experience our life. So naturally, one point of time, you have to say enough is enough. You have to find out some way out from that. And what happens in persuasion of that way out, all the effort we did. Now I'm talking the second part, what we did about it. Okay, we are not happy, we are not these things. Something is, most of the things are negative. The balance is always heavy on the negative side. Okay, little bit of positive glimpses and things. That is the truth. You need not to tell me about that, because it is everybody knows how life works. Okay, so always that our negative experiences are heavier. So why it is that way? That is a fundamental question everybody wants to go into. So people put a different kind of strategy. I'm not criticizing anyone here. I'm just explaining how we dealt with it. So what we have done is we went to the external world and tried to buy that happiness. We had to get it. Whether we bought some nice time and we get carried away with kind of external marketing advertisements and things like that. All the marketing thing, what they sell? They don't sell the product, they sell happiness. Okay. Means somebody wants to sell the car, they will show that somebody is happy with the car. The happiness is sold, not the car. Car will come later. Some holiday destination, they said, fine family picture, everybody is laughing. So that happiness they're selling. Underlying thing is through the means of holidays. So this is how marketing works. They sell happiness. So we lured into it because that part of happiness is missing in our life. So we ran behind that. We thought, oh, if I go to that destination, it will make us very happy. And if I get this, we'll be very happy, or something like that. Or if I wear, dress of certain kind of brand, it will make us very happy. All these kind of things. Anyway, so that experimentation also goes quite along. Okay. Then finally, who got all those, whatever we desire, if you see their lifestyle, okay, lifestyle is different, how they are enjoying their life, it is not that great. They have a different set of problems. Okay, so they are not fully enjoying that ultimate, the living, the joyful life is not there. Okay, they may be richest in the world, but relationship front, they may be suffering. Okay, we know many cases. I will not go into the detail that in the richest people in the world, they have a problem into their own family life, and some of them having maybe other two areas excellent, but they cannot enjoy life because health doesn't permit them to do so. So this kind of things. So our experimentation with all those things, when we try to buy those all the pleasures of life and this, at a certain point of time we get disillusioned because we realized even after spending so many things that the pleasure is temporary. And worst to worst case, if in the pursuit of this pleasure, if we harm anyone, we cheated anyone, we bind karma. And that karma will not leave us even at the end of this lifetime. So that's why I also little bit twisted that saying that pleasure is temporary, karma is permanent. You have to deal with it. Yeah? So you cannot get away with it. Uh, it is not about raat gai baat gai. Okay, baat to gai, karma rahi gai. Okay, so you have to deal with it even after lifetime sometimes. And some masters go a little bit further than that. Because people who have you cheated, no? Suppose some man cheated one girl, uh, and those many girls will be their wife in their lifetime, next lifetimes, huh? And soul level, they know that what is the purpose of this lifetime, why they become a husband wife. So you can understand the married life they will undergo in those phases. And sometimes they change the role also. The wife become husband, husband become wife. Huh? So ये सिलसिला चलते रहता है. Okay. Anyway, so jokes apart, what I'm saying is that you realize that whatever you bought, whatever your idea of enjoying life, you know, when reality hits you, then you realize whatever my concept was completely wrong. I'm really not enjoying. I got whatever I wanted. That what part is there. Okay. I earned X amount of wealth. I enjoyed with X amount of people and all this kind of stuff. But end of the day, you are not still not enjoying. But you thought that that will give you all this, the enjoyment of life. It was not that. Okay. So what is that? What is that void? So earlier you realize you better rather than binding huge pile of karma and then you realize this. Okay. So then the thrive comes from inner call. In Hindi there is a very good word called pukar. Comes from inside. So do something. You know, you are living in fool's paradise. Okay. And that is the time the inner call comes. Okay. So far, whatever I explained, why we behave that way, why we have approached life that way, why we wanted to so-called buy happiness, because we were completely governed by our ego. Okay. Earlier we realize better we get the escape route. Knowing a problem is half solved. We didn't know that we are doing all these things under the guidance of ego. Ego is that false sense of identity, what we have to live at the time of death anyway. Okay, but when we go under influence of ego, unnecessarily, we bind a lot of karmas, we have to come again and again to settle those karmas. Because at soul level, there is no karma. All in the incarnated body. So if incarnated body has done something, it has to come back. If it is not finished in this lifetime, you have to come back again with this similar body, and you have to settle those accounts. So that's why the life becomes full of trouble, because it does not operate from the level of purity. It is operate from the level of self gratification. It is not aligned with the universal forces. In other words, we are not floating into the river and river takes us away. We are trying to find our own path, and that may not match with the flow of the river. We have to struggle. We have to put so much of struggle, and growth is little bit. You're swimming every day. I'm not saying nobody is stop trying to be happy, but why the progress is so low? Because you are against the flow of the energy, universal energy. It is not in favor of you, it is not against you, it is the way it is. It is our misunderstanding that this way I will be achieving my purpose of life faster, and that purpose is built into your system by your ego. So one point of time the truth will come and hit you hard and get disillusioned, and that is happening with everybody. So earlier we realize it, the better. Earlier we realize our soul issues are all our ego and our mind, how they trick us into things, how they trick us into thinking that if I do this, I will be happy. But when we do the analysis post facto, we realize that was not the case. There are so many things hidden that we realize only we get into it. So in this particular thing, so when we realize it is because of our own and how ego operates, ego injects some thought in your mind, and that thought that lures you into some kind of desire, and you run behind the desire, then that's it. And ego also so powerful that insists unless until you satisfy the desire, don't stop. It is your test of your willpower. It is test of your strength. And you run behind that to prove that strength. Anyway, so if we, if just do some analysis, let us learn from our experience, okay? So suppose we have spent our life certain way for 20 years. If the decisions we took, the approach we took, if all those were succeeded, by now we could have been fully free, fully liberated and dancing on the street, right? Is that happened? It didn't happen. Phalena parichayate. Results tells us the success or failure of the approach or strategy we took. So in that case, we need to revisit, re-strategize our life. And that strategy, when we search from, in fact, door to door, different things and places, and finally we landed up into the spirituality. And everybody has done, whoever has come there, they have done their bit. If not this time, maybe previous lifetime, that is a different issue, but ultimately they searched for it. Where is that permanent source? Where is the permanent source which will not evaporate? If I'm happy, how can I be happy all the time? What is the code I need to break to get there? Okay, suppose somebody is enjoy drinking. So the code should be, how can be high all the time, not to come out, not to fall into the hangover. Okay. Find that. To how to be happy. If that makes you happy, how to make you happy. I'm not promoting it. What I'm saying is that if that is the case, that gives you joy, find out the way which makes it permanent. I met many, very high level intellectual people that is, I don't believe in God, and this is I don't believe in this and that and all those kind of things. So I said that is very good. You need not to believe anyone or anything, but don't stop searching. Search for the truth. What gets there? Don't give up saying that it is all bullshit. You just find it out. No? Where is the truth? How we can get this permanent joy or permanent happiness? Happiness is state of mind. That's why I use the word joy, which is spiritual. So without mind also, joy can be felt. But for happiness, you need a mind to experience that happiness. So anyway, doesn't matter whatever word you take it. So if you wanted to be happy, find out a way. You don't believe anyone. You find out. I said, only thing I'm telling you, you need to believe anyone, not even what I'm saying. Who am I to tell you do this, do that, and this is good, this is bad, and who am I? I'm nobody. You find out. Only thing I'm requesting you, don't give up till you find it. Huh? Just that this is all bullshit, spirituality bullshit, and all the people are talking nonsense. Fine. They don't require your approval, but you don't give it up. You cannot experience something by criticizing. You have to create it on your own. If that has to happen in your life, you have to create it. So create that and show that this is how it is. So let us leave it there, because I'm not criticizing anyone. They are following their own chosen path. And they have chosen the path from non-believing. It's a very good start, actually. To be honest with you, somebody don't believe in anything, they are better than somebody who has been fanatically believing something. It's very difficult to bring them out from there, come to neutral, and then look, open their eyes to look at the truth. Okay. But no matter where they are, finally, that is the only way out. It has to come in this way. Because that is the soul's path. Whoever has experienced it, they know it. They need not to do the marketing and show some family picture with a happy, happy faces that look, we are enlightened family, come here. No need. Okay. It's your inner transformation. No matter externally how people look at you and all those kind of things, it doesn't matter. Okay. So that place, which is unaltered, uncontaminated, pure and infinite, that source is within us. That's why we every time fail when we explode outside. Earlier I shared a story. I think later on Nirupam picked up that and make a transcript and posted it into the group that somebody lost a coin and searching below a lamppost in the evening, in the night time. And some passerby was going and saying, what you are searching? He said, I lost my coin here. So he also helped him to find out the coin. And finally, after 1 hour, nobody got that coin. So he said, where you lost it? That is a standard question. Na? So they said, I lost it at my home. I said, why you are searching here in the lamppost on the road? He said, light is there. I can see the land so that I can find out where when the coin is. I said, what nonsense? And give 2-3 bad words, and then the left it, you stupid. So is that a logic that the light is there outside you, that's why you're searching? You search where you lost it. You see, same here. Where you lost your happiness, where you are not satisfied, it is inside you. If you are in a coma, there is no frustration, no? Your brain has stopped working. That's it. Okay. So if you have lost your happiness inside you or inside your mind, why are you searching the happiness outside in the external world? Clean your mind. Everything will be happy. Simple as that. Reprogram your mind. But that also, when we attempted that, we realized because only taking good thing and rejecting bad thing is not possible. It is like getting a magnet. You want only the North Pole, not the South Pole. You try breaking, take the North Pole out, and new South Pole being developed. So when that attempt also failed, then we realize if we want to go that permanency, that joy, then all the duality has to be get away with. If you want only good, good and bad, both you have to drop. You have to come to a neutral area. And that is spirituality is all about. That neutrality is permanent. When you hammer that bar magnet with too many times, that it lost its magnetism, no pole left. When there is no pole left, you become neutral. In that way, the bad will not touch you because there is no south pole. But selectively taking one side will not give you that. And we keep on doing that. That's why we failed every time. So it needs to be transcended from the duality to unity. And that spirituality teaches you. In spiritual level, everything is an experience. And when you connect it to the infinite source, that reservoir, that energy, that power, you become a part of that. Earlier, you have to thinking how I can, carry water and distribute water and things like that. And now you become a part of the ocean. The distribution, etc. question does not arise. You are a part of the ocean. Any amount of water, any point of time, it is available. And that gives you the complete satisfaction, not so by losing your lower self, the lower ideas, you become infinite. You become part of that. Your identity, it is lost. You don't need that identity anyway. But you become a part of the whole, or you're the part of the infinite. And that place is coming from the source, the creator of that universe. It is full of joy and bliss and peace. Everything is there. Great wisdom, all knowledge. There cannot be any knowledge possible in this world which is not available there. Because it's a creator. It knows. So you connect with the knowingness. And the truth, when you know the truth, that becomes your ultimate liberation. Truth liberates you. You might have heard this word before. And let me add one thing more here. Truth, when directly experienced, liberates you. Otherwise, truth coming from anybody else is already filtered and contaminated. Suppose I am sharing the truth, but for you, it is already contaminated. Okay, let me go a little one level higher. I already explained earlier why the knowingness cannot be verbalized. I give an example of smell of a rose, that story of the Zen, master, not Zen master, Taoism master, Lao Tzu. He asked, how many of you know how a rose, fragrance of roses? Everybody raised their hand. Everybody knows how a rose smells or how a rose, fragrance of roses. He said, now you explain it in 5 minutes in words. And everybody kept short of words. They don't know how to express it. So that's why these kind of feelings, the knowingness cannot be verbalized always. To some extent, yes, but completely no, never. That's why when something came to you in the form of words, books, and videos and things, it is already diminished itself. The truth has been filtered already. That is not the truth you can claim to be your experience. Your experience is always direct. And that direct truth liberates you from the struggle of your life. Okay, it makes sense because that is infinite. It doesn't have any limitation. Your life has a limitation. Your life is private limited. Everything is limited. Even your capacity to earn. You cannot have all the wealth in the world. You are limited. You cannot have all the lands in the world. You are limited. You cannot have all the powers in the world. You are limited. You cannot have all the knowledges in the world. You are limited. I'm talking world only. I'm not going to the level of infinite. I'm talking world only. Enjoyment. You cannot have an infinite enjoyment here on the earth, no matter what you do. Okay, some point of time it will put you down. Even your thoughts, which is the most powerful thing given to operate in the external world, that has also got a limitation. Something is called unimaginable. You cannot even imagine that level. Or thought cannot reach there. It's a very different territory. Okay, forget about words. Even our thoughts cannot go there. Anyway, so that's why it's called, many masters called our life as a private limited. Okay, so it is all limited. So you cannot have the infinite experience through the external world. Earlier we realized it is better. Nothing wrong with the external world. You need not to reject the external world and go to Himalayas and do meditation for 12 years. Well, I'm not saying that. It is only about the self-realization. It is a connection with your core, the divinity which flows through you. That connection will take you there. No external thing will take you there. Should we reject all external things? Of course not. We have to still operate in the external world. We have to gather the external knowledge. We have to live in this world, earn money, take care of our family and all the duty. We are following householder spirituality. We have to do everything, but with our inner attention to that divinity. Inward, we are all connected. When I was discussing today with some friend, I think he is there in the group also, how it will be, how you operate the things, your divinity, your spirituality, you protect it, because ego has all the giving ground to take it away from you. Ego doesn't want you to get enlightened, by the way, because that is annihilation of the ego. Means it is completely, an ego has to disappear to you to fully operate in the spiritual thing and have this direct connection. You have to protect it like the bird, mother bird, when it sits on that eggs. So sits on the egg and it protects the egg. And if you look at the mother bird's eyes, you see those eyes are blank, like eyes of a fish or something. Means it is not, nothing catches in the attention in the external world or what is happening. Just blank eyes. The mother bird whole attention is towards the eggs, to protect the eggs, so that it hatch at the right time and the babies come out. Similarly, you have to protect your spirituality. You have to protect that. And your eyes are open. That's what I mean. I'm not saying you have to meditate. That bird doesn't meditate because some harm can come from outside. The operating, very simple principles. I have given 4 principles in 8 words for how to operate in this, this era of the divine feminine energy. What is the first one? Protect physically. Okay, you have to protect whatever you have, your body or whatever physical thing you have. Okay, that cannot be protected spiritually. So your approach towards life will be like that bird in the nest, to protect the eggs, and eyes are open so that they can see if any threat is coming. But you have to protect that till it hatches and flies on its own. Then you don't need anymore. Similarly, initially that you need to protect that till it hatches and finally you get that connection, the 24/7 broadband, I call it. When you reach to that state, then you will be completely governed by your higher self. And that is the enlightenment, and that is called inner guru awakening. All of you have experienced that. It is like you experience during deep meditation. Slowly, slowly, something happens, you come out of that state. Okay, you said, oh, we have to do duties and this. I all understood. It's okay. But one point of time will come, you will not lose it, no matter what you do in the external world. And in that state, mind is not there. Or even if it is there as a servant, not as a mastermind, okay, which runs our life. Mind is there as a servant, and we are governed by our higher self. And then we live the life moment by moment, each and every moment, because it is a 24. So that's why we need a broadband connection. It is not that one moment it is given and it is good enough for next 20 days. No, there is no such thing. The living, the spiritual living is, or it is also said, a holistic living, living with the whole, the oneness. Is moment by moment, it will be guided whatever you need at that moment. It is there. Because as I explained earlier, there is nothing called past, nothing called future. Those are all mind projections. So if your mind is not operating, that becomes a very powerful thing. And not only in the area of operating your life, that will get rid of all your struggles. Because people, something might have happened in the past where you repeat it in your mind like a tape recorder playing again and again. That is called suffering. Okay, that incident happened in that moment of time, it is gone. Now, your mind should not play it and recreate that pain and again and again. That suffering you can completely get rid of. You are operating moment by moment. Only thing what you have to so-called surrender is your ego. So you surrendered it. So there is nothing so-called yours anymore. This is my house, my car, my wife, who am I is? Who are you? You are nobody. The created is someone, their life path, they have already chosen. It doesn't care what you tell them or say. You just create some kind of drama, that's it. But they will follow their own soul's path, and their journey is predestined. They will go there. End of the day. Who are you to come in between and trying to say it is mine and you have to follow my orders? Okay, not for them. It is for you. Better. You play the role of I already shared how I exercise for my own experimentation, playing a non-existing role. Like I will not say anything about anything. I don't give my view or comment or things on anything. Okay, you like that way, let it be like that way. We realize the same thing can be done in 10 different ways. My way or highway is the version of the ego. When I stop interfering, maybe things will be much better. I experimented that and found out, it is actually better. I checked in my professional life also. I was thinking they didn't follow whatever I'm saying. I thought that will, crash. Things will not happen. But after 1 year or 2 years, I realized, no, that is going okay. It didn't happen the way I thought, but in some other way, they are not crashing. There is something, some power higher than me is guiding them. So I am useless. I should not enforce myself too much. I should stay turned back and let these things happen. Let the flow happen. I can do whatever best I can do and leave it there. That's it. So that transition happens when you start your inner journey. And that's what you said. Earlier I was smart. I wanted to change the world. And now I'm wise. I'm changing myself. If I am successful in changing myself, transforming myself completely towards the truth, direct, downloadable experience. Purpose of my life is served. Nothing else. Which designation I have, how much money I have, what those anyway have to leave it at the time of death. No, those targets are in that sense, in the permanent sense of permanence, is useless. Okay, I'm not saying you don't enjoy life or don't earn money. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is your purpose of life is not that. Your purpose of life is self-realization out of experiences. This external life only is a means to give you experiences. That's it. Those dramas have been set up for you so that you got the experience and you overcome that, come out of that and grow experientially. That's it. So then when you have that, all this grind and challenges in life, if you operate from that level, that will not touch you. You take that as a process is going on, it's okay. Just like rules of the land. In a country, there is a rules, laws and regulation. They are taking their own course, it's okay. Why should I unnecessarily bust my brain and fight with them? Rather, I should operate within that and achieve my goal. There lies my own life purpose served. And in the process, I should not play God. That's what I'm saying. I'm nobody to make all the injustices of the world to be corrected, all the wrong things to be done, and everybody has to do perfect. Who am I to do all those things? Okay, my only responsibility to me to become to a level so I can be of service of others, and that's it. Even that service, whether people come or don't come, it is their choice. I have to respect that. When you come to that level, then nothing is mine, surrendered everything, then I become part of that. Okay, divinity does not come to me. I tune into that divinity. It is not something to have. Spirituality is not something you possess. Rather the opposite. Whatever you possess, when you drop it out, everything, you become spiritual. You become part of the ocean. As long as that attachment is there, it is not possible. As long as me, mine, thing is there, that is not possible. Your experience will be very much limited. That infinite experience cannot enter when ego is still operating, when still claiming something to be yours. Okay, means, in other words, you need more experience to get rid of the ego. And that experiences are, of course, what I explained earlier, what you already had several decades, and it will continue. Because this is coming from ego, and ego will face all these things till you realize that nothing is mine. When you come to that mode, then your life transforms. You are no longer operating from that. Then things will happen to you. You need not to run behind them. If some area is not working for you, that will automatically get dropped off. You need not to conspire and how to get rid of this. Automatically something will happen, some synchronicity will happen, because whatever you need to learn there, you already learned, you get uplifted already. So that situation of life will disappear. And it may come from some unexpected source, something may come in, some new way will be opened up and you will go there. Okay. When that happens also, don't claim it is yours. Claim it is not mine, everything is divine. Only thing you have to be responsible about, keep walking the path. For that, only thing you have to be careful, you are walking in the right direction. That is the job of the guru or the master. They will tell you if you slip from there. Okay. They will not, push you to walk into that path. It is not their job in that way. But you slip from there, they will remind you. They will not force you either. That you wanted to go there at the destination, this is not the way to go there. That's the only thing they will tell you. Okay, so you are on the track. And all of our journey is unique. That's why whether I'm going faster or slower and that person is going faster than me, how lucky that he or she is, and it's all nonsense. You are following exactly your own higher self-written path, and the experiences, whatever you are facing in this life, already what you're agreed in the soul level with your own higher self, it is just played out here. Nobody is punishing you and nobody is rewarding you either. So it is futile to compare with anybody else or thinking I'm going up and down and this and that. What you can do in your pace, you can make it faster. That you can do. Whatever the plans are, if you, with your awareness, if you know this is the way forward, and if you willingly walk further, then you will reach your destination, whatever your soul's plan, much faster. And if you complete those assignments given by the soul, you are ready for enlightenment. Your karmic chapters are over. Somebody will appear, some guru will appear in your life, and that they will guide you further how to get there. And it will, like that, it will happen. Okay. But you basically, otherwise also you have a free will, you waste time here and there. He said, okay, it is the spirituality and these kind of things are nice to hear, but reality doesn't go that way. Our mind tells us all the time. Oh, it's nice to hear. You know, like people say, it is good to hear that kind of stories, but in the reality, something else means your ego is still not ready to give up. And why it is? Because it is controlling you. Okay. Do you lose that control? No. In the higher level of self-real, let me share a little bit, a small thing. In the higher level of realization, we also got a lot of learning. Learning there, the urge to be right has to go. See, I'm not talking I'm saying what is there beyond mind. Urge to be right has to go. Urge to control others in any form has to go. And urge to find security in money has to go. I'm not talking about I'm just giving you some advanced information where the teaching comes. Even that place when you are walking the high level of spiritual path. Yeah? I got my lessons, these lessons. Okay.
RP, can you repeat this one, please?
Okay. Okay. So these three areas, what you are learning higher level is your urge to be right. Okay. Your urge to be right. Your urge to control others with good intentions. I'm not saying in a bad way. You try to help, but indirectly your urge is there to control. That has to go, because as long as the sense of control is there, surrender is not complete. And last point is dangerous. People will be shocked to hear that. Your sense of security in money has to go. All of us, we save lifetimes, no? To have that kind of financial security. On our spiritual path, one moment will come when you have to give up that.
Can you explain a bit longer about urge to write?
Urge to write, see, so many things going on, in the political area. Do you think everything is right? I'm just counter questioning before I answer your question. Do you think everything is right?
No, it depends on the background and the things.
Fine. But means there are certain percentage you don't think that is what is happening is right, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then your urge will be how to make it correct. What can I do to make it correct? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. This urge has to go in a high level of spirituality.
Means one has to be inert, whatever happening, maybe for
Not
good.
inert. One has to be surrendered. Who am I to do this right? It is not my job.
Okay, okay,
Don't play God. Okay.
okay, okay.
Yes, that was the learning. Huh? So any kind of behavior, if it is coming from to make the things right, you know, then again you are easy to fall into the trap. Also, any kind of sense of controlling, it is not actually in that level, there is no controlling. You can say any kind of approach to impress others. Huh? Forget about control. Control is a little strong word. Any kind of thing you do to impress others. Okay. Because on the spiritual path, what happens is you got a lot of siddhi. Siddhi means like supernatural powers you get access to, because that is part of your growth process. If you use those to impress others, na, you will spoil your spiritual journey. And that's why when, I know personally, Babaji has given instruction to many high level of masters. They have a great siddhis. They can fly from the ground like that. Okay. They create things on their own in their hand. I have seen on my own eyes. Yeah? I'm not just making stories out of it. These things are very good to impress people. We know how it is happening. So, and there are so many things, and somebody is posting some social media posting that one girl, and in a show Anu Malik and 2-3 different other people in the show, they can read the thoughts on it. This is very easy, spiritually speaking, to do that. Okay, thought reading is very easy. It's not a big deal. But what I'm saying is, if you use that for impress others, like a show, your spiritual progress will be spoiled. You get stuck into that show. From the truth, you will come down to the show level. And the third thing, what I said, that we do a lot of things in the name of family, in the name of this and that, and all these things. We try to save money for, bad times and things. When you need, will these things. So our sense of security comes from that kind of saving. I'm not saying any illegal stuff. Legal. It is your saving, your money. Some situation will happen on the spirituality. I don't be scared. So that will be lifted off. Maybe temporarily. You don't have access to it. Somebody come and hacked your bank and all your life saving gone. Okay, something of that nature. This is not for the hacking and whether who can get punished and all. These things are there to cut your sense of security with this kind of external stuff. Yeah? Your true sense of security is your connection with the divine. That is permanent. That cannot be hacked. Cheaters cannot take that away from you. Okay, to give you that understanding, those things happen. It happened with me. I'm just sharing that these things. But these are also higher level of liberation. Okay, I'm not going there today. Our job is to our daily life and what happens and things like that. So but at the same time, whatever it happens, if you stick to that, then your life transformation happens. You go with the flow, and ultimately, you reach the destination. Things will run on its own. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So I will close this. I'm come to you. That my discussion. Okay. Now question answer. Shaibal, go ahead.
Yeah. So Rajdeep, you know for a fact that I don't just take your words.
Mm-hmm.
I practice it and I challenge you, right, internally. So
Yeah.
you just said I practiced it through the last 2 years. For whatever things happened, maybe I was forced to. And the last, I'm very particular. I enjoy life. I spend money, but I was very particular.
Why not? Of course, yes.
But I am very particular about my finances. But something happened, and I said, okay, let's see if I live it forcefully or otherwise it happened through this life changes. And I'm sharing some personal things, bad things. So what happened is I missed some of the payments because I said, okay, let it be and kind of things. So my credit history got affected. It used to be top range in 800 range, up range, it came down. So what happened is lately I said, okay, what will happen? And everything is dependent on credit history in this country. So I was going through refinancing and all. So I was not getting the best of the credits in the refinancing. Something unimaginable happened that I said, okay, I have to bear the consequences because I have done this to myself, knowingly or unknowingly. So lately what happened is there was a lender who says, you had a wonderful history and all, but this has happened. I said, perhaps I was in a different state of mind in this couple of years. So, and things. So he took his own initiative and went to all the credit bureaus, fixed it, and told me that everything is fixed. And all of a sudden, I got the best thing. So I stopped worrying about finances now. And also the second thing is maybe when the other point is you talked about some of the things I used to repeat myself, right? Some of the things that what happened with me in my past, and you all know the story. Now I thank everybody who made my life miserable and walked away from my life. And thank
Good.
them.
See what happened here.
Yeah.
See what happened here. You are not looking from the level of the bird sitting on the ground. You are looking the life, what bird is flying high. Okay, that's why you can feel that. Okay, these are not my true challenges.
Absolutely.
The transformation has happened. The way you look at life has changed. Nothing else has changed. Nobody has changed per se. But this approach, that is your life transformation. It doesn't matter what others things and what other did and things like that. But that detachment from that is make you liberated.
I'm thankful, so I can vouch to that.
God bless you.
What you said, I didn't follow your words. I just said, so let's try it. Whatever happens, I took it on.
Great. So in other words, what I'm sharing with all of you, whatever happens in your life, take that as a lesson. Okay, that is having a purpose. Don't think that I'm following spirituality, why these things happening to me. So you got back into poor me syndrome. What your ego will like it, love it. Okay, chalo abhi aaya wood pahar ke niche. So this is the thing. No matter what happens, you are always protected, always guided. Rest of the things, you enjoy the show like a drama. Okay, you are just a spectator. Witness the drama and enjoy the drama. Okay. Any other question? No question? All right. So then let us.
Before we start the Kriya, Hariom. Before we start the Kriya, two aspects I request you to kindly elaborate. One is when you say get into rhythm of your heart.
Yes.
What does it actually mean? Because we can hear the heartbeat, we can feel the pulse under the thumb, but after that, what?
Yeah, what you need to do, you have to concentrate fully onto that.
Okay.
Okay. Then what will happen? Even though I normally don't explain what is going to happen, people start imagining. But now I have asked the question, let me do that. When you focus completely and fully merged into your heartbeat, that is the time you feel synchronicity. Like, means your whole awareness is pulsating with your heartbeat.
Okay.
That is called that you synchronize with your heartbeat.
Okay.
But slowly what will happen, it starts from the heart, but it's not limited to the heart. Slowly, that your you are in the deep meditation, assuming the mind is stopped, otherwise it will never happen. If the mind is stopped, that awareness slowly will increase. First you synchronize with your heartbeat, then your awareness will expand, and it will go to, ultimately you come to a phase when you realize you are the center of the universe. The oneness can be felt only through your heart.
Okay.
You are at the center of the universe. Your spinal cord is the center of the universe. And we listen this part very carefully. You will feel that whole universe is pulsating along with your heartbeat.
Okay.
That is the experience, ultimate experience of oneness. Okay. This oneness feeling, you cannot reach there if your first synchronization is missing. You're not fully aligned with this. That means there is some element of mental focus is there. Okay. So you have to fully immerse into that. That is called synchronization. Then further it will take you automatically.
Okay.
You need to do anything. You have to be there. You have to experience that. That's it.
Okay.
But any kind of imagination will spoil that.
Correct.
If you think, oh, now I'm the big universe, gone. Forget about the universe. You don't even left your body there that time. It is in your mind. Okay.
Okay.
So the experience need to expand, not your mind, not your imagination. I read many places, people write, imagine this, imagine white light coming. The moment you use imagine, it is a mind construct. It cannot take you there. You can feel better, of course. I have a commercial venture. I wanted to attract, 50 people in my class. I have to feel them better. I can imagine anything and they will feel better. No, guaranteed. Okay. But that will spoil their spiritual journey. Will keep them stuck in the imagination mind game and things like that. And that will never happen. They cannot, even if they're willing, they cannot get rid of that layer. That's what from the beginning, I completely discourage this altogether. Even I say, don't even listen to the recorded, music or something to help you to meditate. There's nothing wrong there. Some people really enjoy listening to music and meditate. Nothing wrong there. What is problem is that become your habit pattern. Without music, you cannot meditate. So you become dependent on something outside you.
Correct.
But same thing, instead of listening to the music, listen to your heartbeat, my dear. Listen to the music of your heart. It will take you to the ultimate oneness. And all are yours, your own, your direct experience.
Correct.
Okay, I'm not asking you to listen to heartbeat of somebody else. Just listen to yours. It will take you there, that oneness. Okay.
Correct. Secondly, sometimes while doing Kriya, like we are doing 7 steps, one odd step one feels ki I have not done it properly, and one is not happy with it. So you do it. Suppose instead of 7, then you do 8, or what do you do?
You can do 8. There is no problem there.
Okay.
But my advice will be whether good, bad, not happen. You just get out of this thinking. Okay.
Okay, 7. Okay.
Come to the level. Whatever happened to me, that was the divine will.
Okay.
Not perfected. See, spirituality is not a military rule. No? It is all about self-realization and experiencing the joy of being yourself. That cannot be governed by the rules and regulation. Even the kriyas, it have to follow exactly and all this. Drop that idea. Okay. I'm going one phase further. Suppose you are listening. No, I'm saying now. Third round start.
Okay.
You will find me sometime. I told third round twice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So your intellectual self will say, what is this? Third was there before, no? Now it should be 4. Correct? Okay.
Correct.
So so mind will revolt to this kind of things.
Correct.
Okay. Even though my advice is go with the flow.
Okay.
when I was following this, it comes, huh? Somebody missed something or something. So I was thinking it should be done right way. Otherwise, we'll not get the benefit. I need to reprogram myself, not somebody else. Huh? That time in Dubai, Anup Shivaraman, he was guiding. He used to guide us earlier. So Anup has made few, changes. I should not say mistakes. I mean, a few of these things. After that, just I don't get that idea of it should be done this way or that way. We learn from same Guruji Prem Nirmal only, but in different time, different places. So some of the things he was guiding, which I didn't learn that way. So initially, I was having some little bit of uneasiness, how it is done that way. Suppose that 5 inhalation, 1 exhalation. We do like this and this. No? I taught all the time. There is a video. He used to do sidewise like a bird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So then I said, I learned this way. No? So it is sidewise, it is a front way. But later on, so that this doesn't interfere into this, I'm just sharing what I did that time. I didn't say utter a word ki better Anup, I think better to do it this way. Or the counting, I think or during this I can say, no, it's not third, it is fourth now. I could have said that, right? I didn't do that because I didn't allow my mind to take over. How I solved it, I felt whenever he is guiding, Babaji is within him.
Okay.
It is Babaji who is guiding, not Anup. When I do that, everything else becomes very fine. If Babaji wants me to repeat number 3, 4 times, I will do that. Because it is Babaji who is guiding and he knows what is best for me.
Correct.
If 8 rounds is best for me right now in this moment, let it be so. Be it so. Okay. You see, that solved my so-called dilemma. Okay. So the rules and regulations, it is just for initial guidance.
Okay.
Follow your inner call. If somebody is guiding you, rightly or wrongly, okay, don't think, this he made a mistake and all. Then your mind comes in there.
Correct.
But you accept that mistake even, assuming it is a mistake, then your path becomes very clear. You uplift from that level. Does that make sense?
Because sometimes I feel guilty, this particular round has not gone well, or my mind drifted somewhere else. Now it is clear.
Yeah, so in that sense, you tell that point of time, Hari Om, surrender everything to Babaji, वो ऐसे ही होना था.
हाँ जी.
मैं कौन होता हूँ चैलेंज लेने वाला कि पिछले टाइम ठीक नहीं हो, जाने दो उसको. How does it matter?
हाँ जी.
Okay, don't put your attention back to those things.
ठीक.
Okay, say कि ऐसे ही होना था, and go ahead. Live in the liberation.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Wonderful.
तो मेरा बीवी हरिओम जी हमेशा बोलते रहते हैं कि मैं गलत करता हूँ. तुम राजदीप से पूछा मैंने कि मैं ये ऐसे करता हूँ. वो लोग बोलता है तुम जल्दी भागे जाते हो. तो मतलब मैं ऐसे ही करता हूँ. मतलब जो मन में होता है वही से करता हूँ. तो मैं I asked the same question to Rajdeep.
Yes. Yeah, but only thing is you are only responsible for yourself. Whatever others are telling, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Okay, it is their journey. So leave it there. With due respect, you leave it there. Okay.
RP,
all right.
RP, I have a question.
Yes, Vikas, go ahead.
Mind construct, what you said just now. I have been doing this puja, what you call that mind puja. I mean, I forgot the exact word. Closing eyes and taking
Chittopasana.
That puja which I am doing, there my mind is only playing. I am putting some flower, I am putting some diya and all that, and some nevedya, what you call, all that.
No. You are talking about actual ritual. I'm talking about the hard step of meditation. You are talking actual ritual of puja.
Actual ritual puja, mansik puja, okay. That is what, mansik puja. So for a long time I am doing, and if I don't do now, I feel uneasy.
Yes.
So how to, I mean, somewhere some golden chain has been tied to my leg and I'm not able to come out of it now. So can you just tell me how to even leave this and go upwards?
Yeah. So see, initially you start with whatever helps you. Okay. So it is individual things. Hmm. After that, you go into those steps, no, the awareness of the mind and thoughts and things like that, the sandikal, and they go beyond that. So at one point of time, the mind activity will stop, particularly in the fifth step. Hmm. When that stops, you're automatically, whatever your rituals things on all those, this is basically coming from the conditioning. Okay. So you have been maybe following years of that kind of ritual. So it is that stuck. That is the only way to get into the devotion and things like that. It is understandable. Okay. But what I'm suggesting is you start with that if that helps you. Don't try to avoid, because if you try to avoid that, it will come back to you more forcefully. That is not the way. We just dissolve things by witnessing. We don't come out of something by pushing it aside.
Okay.
Even your thoughts and your rituals, your conditioning, more you push, more it will double the force, it will come back.
Yes.
Okay, best thing is just witness it. When it happens, be aware. If this is happening, my conditioning is now playing.
Okay.
I am feeling bad in not following this because it is my conditioning who doesn't allow me to, feel neutral about it. It's okay. Once you accept that, 50% job is done.
Okay.
Okay. So I gave an example. No? Suppose I missed one flight. Then I see what my mind is thinking. I'm saying Rajdeep is upset because he has missed the flight. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That is the way to go beyond that. But if I in inside, if I think, no, I'm spiritual now, I cannot be upset. I'm pushing the things, the truth. Huh?
Yeah.
Rajdeep is truly upset. It is a fact. It is a truth. Okay. But by pretending I'm not unhappy, I'm not these things, I'm just hiding the truth. Hmm? So first, the step to go beyond that is acceptance. You accept that, yes, you cannot right now, at this moment, you cannot get out of this ritual. It's okay.
All right. Okay.
All right, Monica, I'll come back to you. So, okay, that answers your question, Vikas?
Means if I accept this, fine. But
Yeah.
how to minimize this as gradually?
You don't bother about minimizing, just witness them.
Okay.
Let it happen what is happening automatically. Okay. Don't take that responsibility to minimize it and to, manage it and try to, push it or something of that nature.
Okay.
It should be aloof attention. You are not actively involved into the process. Only then it will go.
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
That's
sir.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Yes, Monica, go ahead.
Pranam RPA.
Pranam.
So, with respect to Vikas' question, I was somewhat the same. I was highly religious, the mantra chanting and doing the mala and reading the scriptures and sitting and devoting and doing the puja, just like what Vikas is saying. And if I never used like skip a day or something, there was a lot of guilt that this was the only way I was connecting to the God, and I missed that. It was purely a conditioning. I agree with you. And over the period of time, gradually, when I came to a point when I was doing a mantra chanting or just taking the Nam Jap, even while I was doing the dishes, I was cooking, I could feel the same peace and same level when I was actually uh, when doing that. In fact, more. So then I slowly and gradually cut down on that, and it just happened by itself that over the period of time, I am completely out of that conditioning. I don't follow any of that, but at the same time, in my heart, I know the connection has become stronger and stronger, and without any guilt, I just connect to that power, like, even like, but now we are doing meditation regularly, all of us, so that obviously gives us more connection. The It's become stronger, but all those conditioning that only if I'll do this, only if I'll read scriptures and I do mantra chanting, then only. So it just has been dropped on its own without me doing
Yeah.
anything, just like leaving a non-veg until somebody tries and tries. It doesn't happen, but when we are ready, I guess it just drops us by itself. So I connect with Vikas' question completely. I have lived that kind of life, and it just got away from me on its own. So yes.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
So this is the thing. Ultimately, everything has its own time, processing time. So allow that to happen. So no need to rush it and think like that. It will go. That is the right kind of understanding. Yeah, I think Somnath reminded me that next week is a Guru Purnima, 28th of July. So we'll have some program in Dubai. But our evening session we'll have with some special meditation, not the morning one, okay? 28th evening time one, which is morning in US. So we'll have a special meditation session for the Guru Purnima. Means basically more will be meditation, maybe learning will not be there or very minimal, little bit of question answer. Then we'll go directly into meditation and things like that. So we'll be announcing like our weekly program. We'll do that. So only morning will be as usual, normal learning, but the evening one will be a little bit modified. And maybe in Dubai also we will arranging some kind of seawater kriya, etc. So I will announce about the exact timing. You need not to. That will not be live telecasted or something, but we'll have the session which is meant for this. Our in the evening we'll have the Guru Purnima celebration, so-called, say, which is basically a meditation session. All right, we'll announce in the next week's program. Just that we are now informing you. We'll come back to you on that one. Okay. So if there is, yes, Vidya.
Sir, I had a question. So I wanted to know that to what extent grace plays a role in dissolving the ego, because for me the ego comes back at times and even doership. So I feel that I'm not capable enough. I feel that situations are difficult and I know it better and things like that at times. Is awareness sufficient to dissolve the ego, or what is the role of the grace?
No, awareness is the key, but there's no doubt. There is no some replacement or supplement of awareness. But what I'm saying is, in this type of cases, my advice is same old thing and straightforward. Do your best, and rest you leave it to the divine. Because if you can do something, then you are not doing the best. Earlier, no? Okay, you are doing it best means you have done your bit. Nothing beyond that you can do. So it makes sense to rest, you leave it to the divine, and then you experience how it works. It may not work always the way you expected, but it will give you some kind of, the way it played out, we accept that whatever comes out of that. Okay. This is the path of the liberation. Again, this is the type of thing we all take up certain kind of challenges in the life at the soul level. Okay. And that plays out. All of us take different, items to face in this life. And when we go through it, when we have the 100% experience of that, then that goes. That assignment, so-called soul's assignment, that gets complete. Then no further challenges comes into that area. What I'm saying is, if I have to face that challenges anyway, why not to face it smilingly, and rest you leave it to the God, like get liberated. Okay, so this is the approach. It is a simple approach. Is just you allow the things to happen. Only thing what your role is to do your bit, your best, and leave it there. Okay, that will help you to declatch the after effect, what is happening, or to take ownership of the results and things like that. That's what I'm saying. There is no need because it is not in your hand. Okay. Okay. God bless you.